Washington State. You think you know it? Think again. From the capital city to the coffee capital, from hidden volcanoes to forgotten wars, almost everything you've been told is a lie. I'm about to expose 30 fake facts that will completely change how you see Washington. And trust me, number 17 will blow your mind. Fact number 1. Seattle is the capital of Washington. Truth. It's Olympia, not Seattle. Seattle's the biggest city, but when Washington became a state in 1889, lawmakers chose Olympia because it was smaller, central, and accessible by water. They didn't want Seattle, already an economic powerhouse, to dominate politically. Fake fact number 2. Washington is always rainy. Truth. Only half true. Western Washington, Seattle gets approximately 37 inches of rain yearly. Cross the Cascades and its desert. Yakima gets only 8 inches. The mountains create a rain shadow, leaving the east dry and sunny up to 300 days a year. Fake fact number 3. Mount Rainier is dormant. Truth. It's active and dangerous. Covered in glaciers, an eruption could trigger deadly mud flows lahars, reaching cities like Tacoma in under an hour. The last eruption was about 2,300 years ago, recent in geological time. Scientists say it's not if, but when. Fake fact number 4. Washington is the westernmost U.S. state. Truth. That title goes to Alaska and also the easternmost. The Aleutian Islands cross the 180th meridian, placing part of Alaska in the eastern hemisphere. Geography twist. Washington ranks only 18th by longitude. Fake fact number 5. Washington was named after George Washington. Truth. But it almost wasn't. The territory was supposed to be Columbia, but Congress said that confuse it with D.C., ironically creating more confusion when they switched to Washington. Fake fact number 6. Washington was part of the Oregon Territory. Truth. Sort of. In 1853, settlers north of the Columbia River split off to form Washington Territory, stretching to the Rockies. Later, parts became Idaho and Montana. Washington joined the Union on November 11, 1889, as the 42nd state. Fake fact number 7. Native Americans welcomed settlers peacefully. Truth. Far from it. The Yakima and Puget Sound Wars 1855 to 1858 were brutal conflicts sparked by broken treaties and land grabs. Hundreds died, and tribes were forced onto small reservations, history often erased from classrooms. Fact number 8. Washington was never attacked by foreign forces. Truth. It was. In WWII, a Japanese submarine shelled Fort Stevens in Oregon near the border, the first mainland U.S. attack since 1812. Japan also launched thousands of bomb balloons toward the Pacific Northwest. Some even killed civilians. The government kept it quiet to prevent panic. Fake fact number 9. The Seattle Space Needle was built for tourism. Truth. It was built for the 1962 World's Fair Century 21 Expo, symbolizing the space age. Completed in just 400 days. It was supposed to be temporary. Locals loved it so much it became permanent and now defines Seattle's skyline. Fake fact number 10. Washington legalized marijuana first. Truth. Washington and Colorado tied, both approved legalization on November 6, 2012. Colorado opened stores 6 months earlier in January 2014. Washington followed that July. Both sparked the national legalization wave. Seattle invented grunge music. Truth. Seattle didn't invent it, it perfected it. Grunge grew out of punk and alternative scenes nationwide, but Seattle had the right mix. Bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, Sub Pop Records, and a tight, cooperative scene. When Nevermind exploded in 1991, Seattle became grunge's home base. Fake fact number 12. Starbucks was founded as a cafe. Truth. The first Starbucks, 1971, Pike Place Market sold beans, not brewed coffee. Founders Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker modeled it after Peet's Coffee. The cafe-style Starbucks began only after Howard Schultz bought it in 1987. Fake fact number 13. Seattle is the rainiest U.S. city. Truth. Nope. Mobile, Alabama, and New Orleans get far. Seattle just has more rainy days, mostly drizzle. Summers are warm and dry, with the bulk of rain falling October to March. Cloudy, yes. Wettest, not even close. Fake fact number 14. Amazon started in the Seattle garage. Truth. It started in Bellevue, Washington. Jeff Bezos founded it in 1994 in his garage there, naming it after the Amazon River to reflect scale. Amazon only moved HQ to Seattle in 1996. Bellevue deserves that credit. Fake fact number 15. Bill Gates founded Microsoft in Seattle. Truth. It began in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1975. Gates and Paul Allen wrote software for the Altair 8800 there before relocating to Bellevue in 1979. and then Redmond in 1986. Seattle came later home base, not birthplace. Segment 4. Nature Deceptions. Fake. At fact number 16, Bigfoot has never been seen in Washington. Truth. Washington is the Bigfoot capital of America, with over 2,000 reported sightings, more than any other state. The most famous story came from Ape Canyon near Mount St. Helens 1967, where miners claimed ape-like creatures attacked their cabin. Whether you believe or not, Bigfoot is part of Washington's identity, complete with festivals, museums, and local legends. Dense forests and misty wilderness make it the perfect home for the myth that refuses to die. Fake. Fact number 17. The Columbia River is entirely in Washington. Truth. It actually starts in British Columbia, Canada, flows south into Washington, then west along the Washington-Oregon border before reaching the Pacific. Stretching 1,243 miles, it's the Northwest's largest river, vital for hydroelectric power, irrigation, and shipping. Its basin spans 7 U.S. states and 1 Canadian province, making it a true international riverway shared by Washington, Oregon, and Canada. Fake. Fact number 18. Washington has no deserts. Truth. Eastern Washington is a real desert. The Columbia Basin covers 10,000 square miles and gets less than 10 inches of rain per year. You'll find sagebrush, rattlesnakes, basalt cliffs, and 110 degrees Fahrenheit summers. Nothing like the lush west side. The Cascade Mountains block ocean moisture, creating this dry zone. Washington is a state of extremes. Rainforests, mountains, and deserts all in one. Fake. Fact number 19. Orcas are whales. Truth. They're actually the largest dolphins on Earth. The name killer whale came from Spanish sailors' term whale killers. Orcas can reach 32 feet long and 12,000 pounds, ruling the oceans as apex predators. The southern resident orcas in Puget Sound are a unique, endangered population. Only about 75 remain. They're a powerful symbol of the Pacific Northwest's wildlife and spirit. Fake. Fact number 20. All of Washington's forests are rainforests. Truth. Only the Olympic Peninsula has true temperate rainforests like the Hoh and Quinault, which get over 140 inches of rain yearly. The rest are coniferous forests of fir, cedar, and hemlock, and eastern Washington has much drier pine forests. So that misty rainforest image, it's real but limited to just a small corner of the state. Segment 5. Economia and Culturelles. Fake fact number 21. Washington has no state income tax because of tech companies. Truth. Washington's lack of state income tax has nothing to do with Microsoft, Amazon, or any tech companies. The state has never had an income tax since before these companies even existed. In fact, Washington voters rejected income tax proposals in 1934, 1936, 1938, and 1942. The Washington State Constitution was interpreted by the state Supreme Court in 1933 to essentially prohibit a graduated income tax on wages. Instead, Washington relies heavily on sales tax, which is among the highest in the nation at 6.5% state rate, plus local taxes and business taxes. The tech boom happened decades after these tax policies were established. Some argue that the lack of income tax actually helped attract tech companies to Washington, not the other way around. So this is a classic case of people getting the cause and effect completely backwards. Fake. Fact number 22. Washington wine is inferior to California wind. Truth. Washington State produces world-class wines that compete with the best California has to offer. Washington is the second largest wine-producing state in America, with over 1,000 wineries and 60,000 acres of vineyards. The Columbia Valley AVA American Viticultural Area is particularly renowned for exceptional Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot, Syrah, and Riesling. Washington wines regularly win gold medals at international competitions, beating out wines from France, Italy, and yes, California. What makes Washington wine special? The state has ideal growing conditions, warm, sunny days for ripening grapes, cool nights that preserve acidity, and volcanic soil that adds complexity. Many wine experts consider Washington Riesling to be among the best in the world. So if you've been sleeping on Washington wine, you're missing out on some seriously amazing bottles. Number 23. Boeing was founded in Seattle. Truth. Yes, Boeing was founded in Seattle in 1916 by William E. Boeing. But here's the shocking part. Boeing's headquarters aren't even in Washington anymore. In 2001, Boeing moved its corporate headquarters to Chicago, Illinois, leaving Seattle stunned. Then, in 2022, they moved again, this time to Arlington, Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. Why the moves? Boeing wanted to be closer to federal government clients and distance corporate leadership from manufacturing operations. However, Washington State remains Boeing's largest manufacturing hub, with massive facilities in Everett and Renton employing tens of thousands of workers. The Everett factory is the largest building in the world by volume, where they assemble 747S, 767S, 787S, and 787 Dreamliners. So Boeing's heart may still be in Washington, but its brain has moved across the country. Fake fact number 24. Pike Place Market fish throwing is ancient tradition. Truth. The famous fish throwing at Pike Place Fish Market is not some ancient Seattle tradition. It's a marketing strategy that started in the 1980s. The fishmongers began tossing fish to each other as a way to entertain customers and create a spectacle. It worked brilliantly. The practice became so popular that it turned Pike Place Fish into one of the most photographed spots in Seattle. Tourists line up specifically to watch and film the fish flying through the air while workers shout out orders. The guys throwing fish have become local celebrities, and the market has been featured in countless travel shows and documentaries. So while it feels like a timeless tradition, it's really just excellent showmanship and marketing genius. But hey, if it works, it works. The fish throwing has become synonymous with Pike Place Market, even if it's only been around for about 40 years. A fake fact number 25. Washington state bird is the eagle. Truth. Washington state bird is actually the willow goldfinch, also called the American goldfinch, not the bald eagle. The willow goldfinch was adopted as the state bird in 1951 after a statewide campaign by school children. It's a small, bright yellow bird with black wings that's common throughout Washington. Many people assume the state bird would be something more dramatic like an eagle or hawk. But nope, it's this cheerful little songbird. Similarly, Washington's state flower is not the cherry blossom, even though Seattle has a famous cherry blossom festival. The actual state flower is the coast rhododendron, adopted in 1892, even before Washington became a state. The coast rhododendron has beautiful pink blooms and grows wild throughout western Washington. So if you're ever on a trivia team, remember, willow goldfinch and coast rhododendron. Fake fact number 26. Washington has always been a blue state. Truth. Washington state used to be reliably Republican. From 1968 to 1988, Washington voted Republican in every single presidential election except one 1964. The state voted for Richard Nixon twice, voted for Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan twice, and George H.W. Bush once. Washington's shift toward Democrats didn't really solidify until the 1990s. Several factors contributed to this change: the growth of Seattle and its tech industry, increasing urbanization, and changing demographics. The state's divide is also geographic. Western Washington, Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia votes heavily Democratic, while Eastern Washington remains conservative and votes Republican. So Washington hasn't always been blue. It's actually a relatively recent political transformation that happened over the last 30 years. Fake fact number 27. Washington was the first state to allow mail-in voting. Oregon was first in 2000. Washington followed in 2011. But Washington was the first to legalize same-sex marriage by popular vote in 2012. Fake fact number 28. Washington's governor has always been from Seattle. Truth. Current Governor Jay Inslee is from Seattle, but many previous governors came from Eastern Washington and smaller cities. Fake fact number 29. Washington has no military presence. Joint Base Lewis McChord is one of the largest military bases in the U.S., plus multiple naval bases, including Naval Base Kitsap. Fake fact number 30. The state motto is the Evergreen State. That's the nickname. The actual motto is Al-Ki or Alki, a Chinook word meaning eventually or by and by. So there you have it. 30 fake facts that prove almost everything you thought about Washington was wrong. From secret wars to hidden deserts, from corporate myths to natural wonders. Washington is way more complex than your geography teacher told you. Which fake fact shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if you want more videos exposing the truth about American states, hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.